Kia ora and welcome back to the Wāhi Tapu 2021 feature card round 1 middle 7 brought to you by Flexline Media and Altitude Brewing. My name's Morgan Harteveld. Next to me, assistant TD and hype man Adam Rhymes. Excited to be back for the middle 7.
Middle 7, yeah. We had a good start to the front 9.
Yeah, really good start to the front 9. Only a couple of shots between them, isn't there? Here we go with the scores up front. Chris Dickson leading with a -2 for the card. Johnny and Dave Keene on even, and Roddy just keeping the tail with 1 over par, but right there. And let's see what they can do. As we mentioned earlier, these guys are coming off of the front 7 holes where they're pretty exposed to all the weather conditions, and they've jumped back up into the middle of the course here. Starting off at the tennis court, very sheltered by all the trees, as you'll see. And let's see what these guys can do. This hole playing is the easiest hole throughout the whole tournament, I believe.
Yeah, 2.8, 57 metres. It's you can see why it's the easiest hole on the course.
Yeah, pretty direct. Just a little bit trouble down in the middle of the tennis court there, right?
That's it, yeah, avoid the tennis court.
Roddy trying to blend in with the tree there, not sure what he was doing.
Yeah, good shot from Chris there.
Yeah, Chris putting one right up by the basket. Roddy's still there playing tree. Oh, there's
Johnny.
Yeah, catching the trees in front and falling right down there. Probably be about 4 metres for his birdie. Roddy's removed himself, ready to make his shot. He's gone with a nice low line under the branch. Smart play, keep it out of the wind.
Right there, envy all day.
Yes, there you go, you guys. Oh, Generation Disc Golf replay for the envy and for Roddy.
Oh, we got the follow flight, look at that, straight at it.
What's the sort of flight pattern you expect out of an envy, Adam?
Oh, that one there, nice and straight, slight fade.
Yeah, do they turn over at all?
When they get worn in, they flip up a little.
Sure thing. Yeah, I hear that's a pretty great disc, seeing a lot of people after those all around the place, after seeing James Conrad rip those around the course all last season.
Oh, Dave going with a little flex forehand there. He's left himself a little low.
I can appreciate that shot and see what he was trying to do there. And I mean, he's still inside circle's edge. He's just got a bit of foliage to compete with right by the basket. You can see him trying to get around the outside of it there. Oh, left himself a little bit low, and at least it didn't roll away. I seen that happen quite a few times during the weekend, including for myself. So hopefully these guys can clean this up and get through the hole. Chris really tangled up in the foliage there.
He's got himself a bit of trouble there, being so close.
I'm not sure what's happened between rounds, but Roddy and Chris just feeling like they need to be all at one with the trees. Dave not taking his bag off, just tapping out. Johnny in tow.
Yeah. Casual, try not to hit your head.
Yeah. Chris at least getting his birdie. These guys here just trying to get away with their pars. Right. Oh, Roddy was there for the birdie. Sorry, I didn't realise he was so close.
Yeah, remember the follow flight.
Yeah, moving on along. And Altitude Brewing, our main tournament sponsor. The Triple Mando hole. Run us through it, Adam.
Yeah, 63 metres. Triple Mando. You have to be under the wire of the bottom part of the banner.
Yep. This camera angle this camera angle showing it as a pretty straight shot, but from the tee here, you cannot see the basket.
Yeah, those trees certainly get in the way.
Yep. So something nice and stable getting around the corner there. Chris has played his AVR3 there. Looks like he's gone a wee bit long.
There, boys.
Yep, yeah. But he's still going to have a look at the basket. That there, I played from there quite a lot at the weekend, so that is about circle's edge right where he is. This is a true lefty hole, isn't it?
Yeah, nice. Definitely favours the lefties.
Yeah, absolutely. These guys will definitely want to be capitalising on this hole. They're leaving it either short or a bit long so far. Johnny with the righty. Skip in. Oh, I didn't hear about that. That was a great shot by Johnny Ferrari.
Yeah.
Look at that. He's throwing
ground.
Yeah, he's throwing that super low intentionally for that ground play. Look, the double skip up. Flares right by the chains. What a fantastic shot there by Johnny.
Perfectly caught that wet bit of grass there.
Yeah. Great execution.
Oh, yeah, he pulled a little left.
Yep. Dave's hit that first tree. Doesn't look like he's missed the Mando. He's not standing at the drop zone, so he didn't miss the Mando, and he's just going to be playing up. And it'll be an easy 3 for him.
Roddy from about 8.
That massive Oh, great effort there from him. Great bid. That massive pile of branches that's behind there was the forest that was all around this hole in the first year in 2019 when we ran the tournament. Quite the shock when we showed up. Chris giving a good run. Quite the shock when we showed up in 2020 to find half of the fairway had disappeared, and along with the basket sleeve that we'd also concreted in. So rest in peace to that. And great putt there from Roddy McKay. Yep. Saving the par.
Yeah, like you're saying, yeah, the hole's got a whole lot easier, but it's still playing 0.2 over par.
Yeah, it's not an easy hole by any stretch. But, you know, any weather there, especially a bit of wind, trying to play through a tight gap like that at a distance. The gap is probably, Johnny for the bird, the gap is probably about 40 to 50 metres out from the tee box. So, man, it's still a small gap to hit, and any inclement weather can really, you know, bring up the difficulty of the hole.
It certainly can. It's easy to make a mistake across the road there.
So we go back-to-back Mando holes here.
Okay.
Hole 10.
Hole 10, 59 metres. You see the sign there on the right-hand side. That tree is a Mando to the left. Plays down through the channel there. A little creek to avoid. And then...
right to the pin.
Yeah, and the road is over.
Easy does it. These guys, look, the rain has definitely been coming down. You can see the amount of collection there around the basket, not around the basket, around the tee there, sorry. Johnny's hit the tree, come up a wee bit short, but he will be safe and looking straight back down at the basket. So he'll have a wee run from there. Rain Pants Chris Dickson up next.
Yeah, he's caught the tree, landed short of the Mando. So he'll be pitching round.
This, to be fair, not the hardest hole, and what I'm seeing right now is the weather really starting to play into it. These guys have been out there for, this is the 10th hole, so they've probably been out there for near on an hour now. Their hands have been wet, and, you know, they'll be getting a little bit swollen up with the rain, you know, like if you sat in the bathtub a wee bit too long, and playing an effect.
It definitely is. Playing 0.4 over par.
This hole playing 0.4?
Yeah, for such a seemingly easy hole.
Dave there parked it. Did he make the Mando? Because if he did, that is a beautiful shot. I didn't quite see where his disc went there, that nice dark Kahu he's got.
Off the pin.
Chris Dickson off the pin with most likely his gator.
As we were saying earlier, Chris utilising that gator quite a lot today.
Johnny was having a good bid there, and I think we didn't really see it, but I think he may have caught up in some of that low foliage of that small tree that's in the middle there, which does definitely come into play.
Is that Roddy from the drop zone?
It did look like Roddy from the drop zone. Johnny tapping in his par. These guys coming down to the road holes now. They've played 2 Mando holes, and then they'll be playing right down to the tool basket next, and then they'll be playing all the way down the road right back to the entrance of the course. So we've got a great stretch of holes coming up for us right now.
The next few holes really, it's the real beautiful stretch. So we've got the views to come later on.
Once again, you got to see the great views of Lake Ohau from the deck of the lodge there with Adam and myself sitting there having a beer, enjoying ourselves after the tournament had finished. But right now, hole 11.
Hole 11, 66 metres, low ceiling.
I'm excited to see what Johnny Ferrari can produce on this hole. This basket, he welded up the pole about the day or two before the tournament, so you know he wants to get this one on his own creation. Get up there, Johnny. That's looking tidy. Pull up. Oh, he's found the water and his disc is floating away, unfortunately. Hopefully he gets that one back. He'll be putting 4-3 though, from not too far from the basket. Chris with the gator just putting it a wee bit high. Centre of the fairway. There's not really an opportunity for a run there. Those branches of the trees, you can see it from this angle, they hang down very low, probably to about 2.5 metres off the ground. They're just above head height for at least someone of mine and Adam's height.
Oh, Roddy McKay.
Roddy McKay absolutely piping that one down there and under the basket. Beautiful shot. Yeah.
Chris pitching up.
Yeah, couldn't do anything else from there unless he was going to get a wee bit reckless, which at this point in the tournament, no point is there.
Yeah, there's no need from that far back with the creek, and it would be long.
Same with Dave. If he'd missed that basket at that height, he's definitely flying either into the creek or past the creek. There we go.
Good comebacker. Par save. Well done, Johnny.
Gets the Generation Disc Golf replay. As I said, this basket, Johnny's creation, so you knew he wanted to come at that one and strike while the iron's hot.
See just how tall that basket is there.
Oh, Johnny, we love your work, my friend.
Got to convert this one.
Absolutely.
Good too.
Even that putt at that angle can be pretty tough, you know. I mean, if you throw it a little bit too hard into the top end of the chains there and the chains sort of fling back, they'll push you right back out of the basket.
Yeah, you almost want to be 3 or 4 meters back just to get yourself a bit of an angle.
Yeah, absolutely. Being 2 meters like that is almost tougher.
Yeah.
But these guys getting out of there pretty much unscathed. 1 birdie on the hole, and then we're pushing on down to hole 12. Another real shorty. Run us through it, Adam.
Yeah, 43 meters downhill, dogleg left. The pond coming, you can see it just there. It's about 1 meter or 2 from the basket.
Yeah, it's not too much more than 2 meters, if not slightly shorter there, is it?
Yeah.
Wee gap to penetrate there.
So
yeah, Roddy going with the flex forehand. That's a great wee shot there. He's unfortunately caught the branches and hopefully safe. Can't quite see it from here, but I think that's a great play. Something nice and overstable. Same with Dave. There's a good few ways to play this hole. The only thing is, if you play that low line like he did there, you're always going to hit the ground, and there's not a lot of movement going to happen out there in this weather. So he's going to have a long putt with danger right next to the basket. Same with Chris. He's a little bit safer with his angle. And let's see what Johnny can do with this one.
definitely favours the righties, this one. Gone a bit wider.
Well, it looks like we're going to have a three-way putt off there.
Yeah.
Interesting. Oh, Roddy did land safe by the looks of it.
It's quite easy to go long on this hole, so to have the side-on look it's a much safer run.
Definitely. What were you throwing on this hole during the weekend?
Switched up a little bit. It was had the MV for a couple of days, well, a couple of rounds, and then third round I decided to mix it up to a deflector, overstable mid-range.
Yeah, I think the deflector's a great shout. I was throwing a pig all weekend, and aside from the bad putting, aside from my bad putting, sorry if I put the bad juju on Chris there, I will just let these guys putt out before I say any more. There we go.
Strong putt.
Johnny with the very, very strong putt. Great shot there, my man.
Quick pause from Dave.
Yeah, quick pause from Dave. He let it get in his head there. Probably should have just shot from the hip and put it in the hole, because he drains those things 99% of the time, all the time.
Yeah.
He won't be too happy with that. But that's the same as what I was just saying. For myself, I threw the pig all 3 rounds, and unfortunately, due to a couple of silly putts like that, I think I only took the birdie 1 time, and I was inside circle all 3 rounds.
Yeah, I just couldn't keep it short enough all weekend. Like I was saying earlier, it's so easy to go long and just have that really scary comebacker.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, if you're playing it smart and you're a wee bit outside, you really should just be pitching up and taking your 3 and walking away with your pride slightly intact. Hole 13, we're going from a shorty to a biggie. Yeah,
par 442 metres. You see the tree there? Yep, so it plays around the corner, just up on the hillside there. The creek runs the whole left side of the fairway until you get up to the basket.
And something we haven't mentioned is the creek plays OB throughout the whole course, but it is not beyond, except for 2 holes ago with the tool basket to protect the players. If you went past the OB line there, you're also OB. Well, if you went past the creek, you're also OB.
Too much hyzer from Johnny.
Yeah, so Johnny's past the creek there, he's safe on the left, and there is a window out the back door there. So, I mean, I feel like that's been created by disc golfers across the last 3 years, because it definitely wasn't there when we first got here.
I think he's going to be too far back to utilise that gap.
He is pretty far back, but I mean, he surely will be going that direction, because there's not really any other way to get out of there unless you do a super spike hyzer, and then you're probably playing back at the creek.
Yeah, see the same there from Roddy. Chris has gone high. Yeah, he's going to fade back. Is he going to catch the right-hand trees?
I know that's blue, but I'm going to assume that's not his gator.
Yeah, I'd be inclined to agree.
Dave, is this stable enough to get back over? He's caught that early foliage and he's fallen back inside the fairway there, so I mean he's safe. Be a tough look for his bird to get around those last trees. It's a very tight corner to get around.
Like we were saying before, it's going to be a tough look for these guys.
Yeah, she's pretty thick and ugly in there.
Roddy just crept out.
Well, yeah, he's dropped it. I was just wondering, there is the creek right there. He's just unfortunately rolled into the water and he'll be going for his 4th shot from right where he's gone out.
More inside, yeah.
Was that Johnny? I'm assuming that was Johnny. He was the only other one over there. He has gone for that big highs around the outside. He's caught all the foliage and somehow still managed to pinch right through and right onto the good side. He'll actually have a look at his birdie. Dave putting it nice and high and going, well, high up the side of the bank there.
Yeah, he's going to have a scary downhill.
Yeah, definitely going to have a tester from up there, but I'm sure he'll give it a wee run.
Chris from inside the trees.
Chris giving it a run.
Precision.
Probably a good thing that the grass below there didn't get trimmed out as well, or he might have ended up back down in the creek as well. Oh, we were wrong. Dave's just pitched down. He's done the wise move, and you know that's probably why he will end up higher in the tournament than I will, at a guess.
Oh, good birdie from Johnny. Yeah, and that pinched off that early to...
Yeah, that's a bonus bird for him right there.
Oh, yeah. Well earned.
No two ways about it. He will be walking away with a shake in his head and pumping his fist at the same time.
Oh, good pass save from Roddy.
Yeah, great pass save from Roddy down there. He looked up at Chris and he knows he's got away with that too. Having a wee bit of a chuckle to themselves. Good to see the guys with some good camaraderie and having a good time out there, even with the inclement weather. You know, these guys play a lot together down in Queenstown, and I'm sure they're just happy to be out of town and playing some golf somewhere new. Chris Dickson's first time in this tournament, isn't it?
It is, and I was just about to mention another birdie for him, and still a clean sheet.
Yep, hole 14.
Okay, 73 metres, plays along the road. Got the OB fence line on the right. Tar seal of the road is out of bounds. The other side of the road is still in bounds, but there's a row of trees there, so you've got 2 little strips to land on.
Yep, and you'll see the basket just behind that. That is pretty much the same hole, but in reverse going back up the road. Nice. So we'll see that in a couple of holes' time. Johnny, not 100% sure what happened there. He almost looked like he put a bit of topspin on there like it was a game of pool, and he's just tucked off to the left-hand side, which is safe. So he'll have a wee up and down. Chris with his AVR 3. He's left it very low and short.
Not the ideal shot, but...
No, this hole you have to have a bit of finesse, don't you? You can either throw a putter nice and hard straight down the line and let it just finish on the grass.
Oh, much better for Roddy. He's made the correction.
Beautiful shot by Roddy. And then a lot of people throwing high-speed drivers there, and, you know, including myself, and just trying for a bit of a skip off the road right down near the basket and just almost hoping for the best. Roddy throwing his EMAC Truth there, though. A nice mid-range shot for him, just piping it right down the middle and landing up at about circle's edge, just inside, or just outside, I should say, the drop zone there. Just forward of the drop zone. Johnny with the half bid. Pretty good half bid, that. And he's landed right next to the baskets. He'll be hopefully tapping in for his 3 there. Dave's standing and putting from almost where the drop zone was last year. Slightly a little bit less friendly. So we've been a bit nicer to players this year and pushed it back to this side of the road.
Yeah, it certainly plays a little better than last year.
Well, the hole being pretty tough. As you see, Roddy even inside circle struggling to connect on that one. And you know, the road behind can be playing mental games with you. You know, he was probably looking right at that road, thinking, "Don't come up short, don't go high," and you know he's done just that. So. Onwards and upwards.
Johnny tapping in for another par. Okay, so this hole's coming in at 3.19.
3.19?
Yeah, slightly over par.
Yep, and only 2 birdies on this hole for the round, which is and isn't surprising considering the weather conditions. Maybe we'll see something a wee bit better coming in on the next couple of rounds. That's it for us on the middle 7. Let's have a wee look at the scoreboard, see who's taking the lead. Mikey's still with the lead.
8 under par. That's an impressive score for this round.
4 through the first 7, 4 through the middle 7. Let's see what he can do on the back 7. But yeah,
got a few guys chasing. Joseph Berry at 6 under par.
Yep.
Cameron at 5 under par. Jeremy at
a bunch of people at 4 and a bunch of people at 3.
Yeah.
Let's see how it plays out in the back 7 in just a few moments' time. Cheers.